Hi dear friends, I would like today to start a new project. Reading between you and me of the opera Attila by Giuseppe Verdi that I will conduct next season at the Lyric Opera of Chicago. I'm so thrilled to conduct this opera, and I really would like to make a reading which is not a lecture, which is not academic, but really to turn the pages of the score with me and to see what are the feelings and emotions you can find through the music of Giuseppe Verdi. The opera is divided in a prelude, a prologo, Act 1, Act 2, and Act 3. And each act is divided in sections. We call them numbers, yeah? And you have to know that this opera is divided in 12 numbers. So what I would like to do is to read with you each one of these 12 numbers one by one. Today we start with the number 1, Preludio. Okay, we may imagine that this opera starts with a strong beginning. I mean, you know, the classic Italian beginning, which was a way to call the audience, the attention of the audience, like a message. Hey, we are going to start the opera. And we see also in Oberto Conte di San Bonifacio, the first Verdi opera, there is this call. But here is really completely different. Listen how strange and magic is this beginning. Okay, this is fantastic. It starts really from silence. You have seen this sottovoce and this magic violoncelli and bassoon playing a unique, mysterious piano. And then there is an answer from the woodwinds. As in architecture, Verdi repeats this mysterious phrase a second time to build a sort of symmetry. And to finish this small introduction of the prelude, there is a very strange descending phrase of woodwinds, especially oboe, clarinet, and bassoon, just to finish this magic, mysterious introduction. And then what happens? You would expect something subito fortissimo when we turn the page. We can imagine Attila is there. Attila is powerful. Attila is this unbelievable barbarian ready to destroy everything in Roma. We turn the page together and we see what happens in the next page. This is magic. Giuseppe Verdi suddenly gives the phrase to the whole strings. They all play the same note. So, first violin, second violins, violas, and violoncelli playing the same magic melody. Can you imagine the warm sound, the vibrato sound, beautiful sound of our Chicago Lyric Orchestra in this moment. And magic, 1 bar later, the woodwinds do an echo of the same melody. And now we're ready for the real first big forte of the opera. Now, this Attila cannot be really an Attila if there is not this military rhythm and sound, music and bars. And finally arrives this typical rhythmical path that Verdi very often uses, which is yum, which sounds a little bit militaristic, but which was a sort of typical motto of the time to represent power and confidence. Now it arrives in this forte of the orchestra. To then find again this wonderful phrase of all the strings singing together, which is very moving, isn't it? When it arrives, this moment of this contrast of military force, power, and then this phrase of all the strings singing together in this very pure bel canto phrase. It's really moving. It's Verdi 100%. Power and love, vengeance and loss of love, loss of hope. And then starts the coda, which is always the last part of a musical composition. And in some way, it reminds me a little bit Traviata, which of course will be written a little bit later. This sort of lamentoso, taram, taram, pam, which we find here in the coda of Attila. That's it. The Preludio is almost finished. Verdi is quite compact in his way of express a sentiment. There is only a big arpeggio of C minor to finish from pianissimo to fortissimo, this moment of compressed emotions in almost 3 minutes of music. In this way, Giuseppe Verdi prepared the audiences in Venezia in 1846 and us in Chicago in 2020 prepared psychologically for what is going to arrive. We already know there is something mysterious, something about war, and for sure something about love. Next time we will read the number 2, Introduzione. Ciao!